Since we are second generation of hip hop, can you give the audience like a brief synopsis of who you are, what you've done, a few things that you've done, and things of that nature, so that way they can be abreast of who you are?
Okay, the name is Chill Rob G. Flavor Unit member. Flavor Unit was a little collective of MCs that we all kind of centered around the 45 King. He was the producer for everybody in the crew. It was like maybe 7 dudes rapping and one Queen Latifah.
Mm-hmm.
And they already had a little crew together when I came in, but I knew a couple of the guys that was in there. I went to high school with Apache and Latif.
Okay.
You know, and they was brothers. And you know, it was Apache who first brought it to my attention. He was like, "Yo, man, you know, we getting it in over in Irvington." I was living in Jersey City. This is right next to each other.
Okay.
Irvington, Jersey City, East Orange, North. It's all like, you know, in a little close, you know,
right.
proximity. So yeah, he was like, "Yo, you gotta come through." I was like, "Yeah, all right, no doubt." You know, when you meet people, you talk, and everything is positive, and you're gonna do it, but you just never get around to it. Okay. But one day I just happened to be in the area hanging out with Latif, that's Apache's brother.
Okay.
And he was like, "Yo, we gotta go down to Mark's basement." And we was in Irvington, so I was like, "All right, cool, let's go."
Okay.
So we went down there, and it was routine for me to make tapes. I had this dude that I used to hang out with. He was like my best friend, named Mike Ali, and we would make tapes daily, just to hand them out to the drug dealers because they had the best sound systems.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we hand the tapes out to them.
A lot of exposure.
Right, and they would ride around bumping it if it was tight. You know what I mean? And mostly at that point, like my man wasn't doing a lot of production. He wasn't producing beats, so I was rhyming over hit records with my own, you know, my own verses. And whatever.
Right.
So I was known in Jersey City for rapping. And I had a lot of bars because I didn't, you know, I put nothing out. I didn't know nothing about writing songs. I would just start and rhyme for, you know, 5 minutes.
Right.
Whatever. And so we got down to 45 King's basement and he put a beat on. And, you know, when we was going, Latif was, you know, he was telling me, "Yo, look, this dude plugged in with Red Alert." Plus, I knew 45 King because Red Alert used to play his instrumentals, you know, over the weekend. You'd be hearing, like, every time he played one of Mark's tracks, he had this little thing that he would put on, goes to 45 King special, you know, and the beat plays. So I'm like, "Oh, so this is that dude." You know, I'm in the basement, and yeah, he slipped up and asked me to rhyme. So I was like, "All right." So I started rhyming. I went in, did my usual 15, 20 minutes or whatever. Skip from this bar to that bar and back up. I was just going. Okay. And then after that, the next day, Mark got my number from Latif and said, "Yo, you know, that shit you was doing in the basement was kind of dope. I think you could make a record." I was like, "All right, cool, let's do it."
Okay.
And so I think I came up with $30. He came up with another $30 because the dude, Vaughn Mason, you remember Vaughn Mason from Road Bounce, Escape America?
Okay. Yeah.
Boom, yeah, back in the day. So Vaughn Mason, Mark was living in his house. Vaughn Mason had a house in East Orange, and Mark was living on the top floor. Okay. But Vaughn had a studio in the basement. So he would let us use it for $30 an hour. So we got that $60 together. Mark was like, "Yo, your lyrics got to be ready to go because we ain't going to have a lot of time, 2 hours." I was like, "Don't worry about it." So we got it in there. One take, I did Dope Rhymes. Another take, I did a song called Chillin'. So we had 2 joints done. Okay. You know what I mean? We gave them Red Alert. Red Alert played them. And, you know, I got a deal out of that. This dude, Stu Fine, called Red Alert to find out, you know, who was that he played. And Red Alert gave him my number. And then, you know, the guy invited me out for cheeseburgers, and we talking, and yeah, he hit me with a contract. So I was excited, man. That's how I did, you know, was that. Okay. That's how I got in.
Gotcha. Were you a member of the Flavor Unit before Latifah and Lakeem?
Latifah was in before it was actually the Flavor Unit.
Because there was like a lot of music coming on Red Alert show, and I didn't know
nobody was rapping though.
At
first, it was just Mark's beats.
That's it.
And then after okay, you asked about the Flavor Unit. When I met the crew, the whole crew, it was Ramsey, Latifah, Apache, and Lati. And Ramsey was a dude, he was the brain. He wanted to do fashion shows and whatever he could do to make money. And he wanted to use us as talent. Like we could do a party, you know, who's ever going to DJ. We had a dude named Crazy O, who was actually my DJ in the beginning, Clinton.
Okay.
And you know, when we started deciding like everybody's going to record with Mark, because Mark had enough stuff in his basement to, you know, do whatever you wanted to do. That's when we gradually, became the unit before we even had the name.
Okay.
Was we in the basement at that point? No, we still in Warren Mason's attic.
Okay.
So one night we was up there, we freestyling, we rhyming, everybody just go and go and go. We up there for a couple of hours until pretty much you ran out of everything you had written. So now we're just coming off the top of our head. So, Lati and Apache didn't really like the idea that we could rhyme and run out of rhymes. So they went in and started writing, just them two started writing on their own. And then they came back, they had all of these new bars like the next day. So we was like, yo, what's good? And it was like, yeah, man, Flavor Unit. It was just them two.
Okay.
So we heard that Flavor Unit, that sounded kind of dope. And since we all in here together every day anyway, we in there with you, man. We Flavor Unit too. So that was me, Lakim.
That's how the Flavor Unit?
That's how the Flavor Unit kind of
came
started.
about?
Yeah, it was me, Lakim, Apache, Double J. At this point, Double J was coming around. Lord Ali Baski, which is Apache and Lati's cousin. And Latifah was down by law, because she was in there from the beginning. So that's kind of how we got the Flavor Unit together.
Okay. And how do you think the Flavor Unit, looking back on hip hop history and things of that nature, is some of the greatest crews, considering the Dangerous Crew and you guys and a few other people? How do you think Flavor Unit compared to the Juice Crew, which is probably the greatest crew ever because of Big Daddy Kane and all of them?
We wanted to somewhat mirror what the Juice Crew was doing. We liked their success. Everybody loved the Juice Crew. You know what I mean? They was on top of the food chain, so we had our own little collective over here. We trying to follow them, basically. You know what I mean? Nobody actually said, I'm going to be like him or I'm going to be like... But, we saw what they was doing, so we figured we can make that work for us, too.
Okay.
You know?
And looking back, who do you think you guys could have brought in to be equivalent to the Juice Crew? Not to put anybody down, but just what MC do you think you all could have signed or whatever to become?
I'm not sure if I understand the question. We bring another MC in?
Who do you think you guys could have brought in to
I didn't think we needed to bring nobody in.
You
man.
think
I
you
thought
guys
we was
were?
We was pretty good, yeah, man. We got our
good
attention.
enough?
Yeah.
You equivalent to Juice Crew?
Why not? Why not? We put out hit records, they put out hit records. Look, Big Daddy Kane is a different section all to itself, right? Same with Cool G.
What do you think about Kane?
I mean, Kane is dope. He's one of the greats all time, no doubt.
Okay. Yeah. Is he top 10?
I put Kane in the top 10. I never really did the top 5, top 10 thing. But sure, why not? He's one of the first dudes that really helped my attention. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And that's good. What was the hip hop scene like in New Jersey in the 1980s? It was something that no one really talked about a lot of.
I don't want to.
But we just see you guys pop up out of the blue, or what we think is the blue. But what was the hip hop scene like?
I'm gonna say Jersey City probably gravitated to hip hop first in New Jersey. Yeah, I said that out loud. Come and get me. I said it out loud. No, because Jersey City.
Somebody's gonna come out with a Bridge Is Over song about you.
That's all good.
Are you ready to defend yourself?
No problem.
Okay, we'll finish what you were saying.
Jersey City is right next to New York. It's the first city in New Jersey that you come through when you leave Manhattan. Go through that tunnel, you're in Jersey City. And the music, it was the same way. Got to us. I don't know if it got to us first. It got to everybody at the same time. But we. Were
you all able to get the airwaves from what was going on in New York?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That was 6 minutes away from the tunnel. They call Jersey City the sixth borough. I don't know if I necessarily love that.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, no doubt.
That's a great accolade.
Okay. Yeah, man, we was really on it. My little crew, we was really on hip hop from the time we heard not necessarily New York rappers, but when we heard King Tim III, and then I think the first New York rappers we heard was Kool Moe Dee and his crew. I forgot, Mike C and Tony Tone, I think. And they had their little crew. They was all down. There was 3 of them. Treacherous 3. Thank you. No. And then, the stuff that they was doing, we loved it, man. And Arista Records wanted to get in on the fun. The record was taking off in Germany. It was doing pretty good out there. Before Arista Records actually did anything, Stu Fine at Wild Pitch Records called me up. I got a phone call from Africa Baby Bambaataa from the Jungle Brothers. Okay. They was on tour in Germany. I had just did a tour with them, as a matter of fact. They went back out there.
Okay.
While they was on tour, they was, hanging out after their show in another club or whatever, and they saw this dude on. Now they knew all of my stuff because, like I said, I just toured with them. So they saw this dude on stage doing my lyrics, and they heard the record, and they was like, "Yo, this nigga's trying to rob." So they called me. Africa called me up and said, "Yo, Joe Rob, listen, some dude is out here on stage doing your records, man." I was like, "What, like a karaoke?" He's like, "No. They switched it up like it's a brand new record, and this dude is out here performing it. They put him on stage like he doing original music. That's your shit." Okay. I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yo, I'm telling you, you need to find out what's going on." So he was really excited. I was like, "Okay, cool." I go immediately to Wild Pitch Records. When I get there, they have the record that my man just called me about. They already have it up there. So it was a little shady. Like, what? So I get up there, Wild Pitch, they already got the record. Stu Fine said, "Let's put it out." I said, "All right, let's put it." You know what? It's like I'm the last one to know about it because maybe later that night or a couple of days later, I'm out at a club. I see Red Alert. As soon as he saw me, he said, "Yo, I heard you got this record that's kind of like, why everybody know about this shit but me?" Like I'm the last one to find out about this record. So Red was like, "Yo, I heard it's kind of dope and this and that."
So Red knew too.
Red knew too. So I was like, "All right, well, yeah, man, no doubt. We're gonna release it. It's gonna be out in a minute." He's like, "Yo, you're gonna need some representation. It's about to get hot around you, man. I'm telling you." Cool. Okay. He was right. He ain't never lied. That record blew up like crazy. I got a lot of shows. I went on tour with Public Enemy and Heavy D, and that's when I really got. I was a little bit popular before that. But then, this opened up a whole lot of other stuff. Now I'm on ABC doing interviews with Gil Noble and all kind of other stuff was happening after that. Mm-hmm. So, shortly, maybe 2 or 3 months after I started doing all of these shows and whatnot, I'm hearing about another, I didn't hear the record yet, but people were telling me, "Yo, I heard another version of that record with somebody else rapping. That ain't, you saying something different." I'm like, "What you talking about?" So finally, I actually hear the Turbo B version of the record, and I'm like, "What the hell is going on here?" So I go back to Wild Pitch. Okay. I'm like, "Yo, there's another record and this and that." And Stu Fine is like, "Yeah, I'm aware of it, and we're contacting them and Arista." There's a lot of caca, man. A lot of bullshit going on. I don't know who's doing what for real at this point. I'm like, "Yo, what's good? Like, how is this dude going around talking about I got the power?" It's the same exact beat, the same hook, the same number of bars. He's doing 12 and 8 and 12. I'm like, what is going on? Like, how's he doing the same record I'm doing? Right. With the same hook. From another label, what's good? So Stu was like, "Well, it's illegal, I'm gonna go to court." And I was like, "Yeah, let's go to court, let's go. I'm ready to get, let's sue these motherfuckers." That never happened. My relationship, the court proceedings never took place, all right? Because my contract, that contract that I was so eager to sign with Stu Fine, pretty much gave him the rights to the music that I did. I got
the masters and stuff?
Yeah, I got 75% of my publishing. But basically, he got the right to use all of the material as he saw fit. Whoa. I didn't realize that. Okay. I'm 20 years old. Yeah. I want to be happy. I want to make records. I want people to know that I'm nice with it. So I signed. Yeah, let's go. I'm going to be rich no matter whatever the fuck else. That's what I thought. So, so now Stu is not suing. I'm on tour with this record for maybe a year or so, and then the hit records, they eventually died down somewhat, and that's what began to happen. I mean, it's still playing, it's still popular. I'm still getting a date here and a date there, show up. You know what I mean? But when it came time to go back and record, I didn't want to be on Wild Pitch no more because I lost complete faith in these people. Like, how do you let somebody else come in? How do you let somebody else come in and take my record? Like, even if I signed it all over to you, you ain't protecting it at all. You just letting it out there. Whoever can do what. And not only was it just trouble, there was about 3 other versions of that song.
Was it?
Yeah, but they just wasn't as popular as the 2, me and this guy was battling. Now mine was probably popular because I was first, but Arista came along, that's Arista Records. Okay, that is like a big giant city worth of, music power. You know what I mean? They can make some things happen. Right. Where compared to Wild Pitch, that might be like a little shack. You know what I'm saying? It's just not, we ain't got it, and we can't beat that. You know what I mean? So, when it came time to re-record, I was like, look, I'm not going to do it with Wild Pitch. I went in the room.
Did you leave Wild Pitch?
Eventually. I went in the room with an attorney, and a table just like this.
And what year was this?
This had to be
92, 93 or something?
Got it, 92, 93. And had my attorney and we on the phone, Stu fine, everybody's in the room, and I don't want to be on Wild Pitch no more. Stu was like, well, maybe we could offer you enough money. And how much money? And I was like, there's no amount of money that would make me want to be bothered with this kind of bullshit. This is embarrassing. Right. I'm a rapper. I make up all my own stuff. I'm from the era where if you're doing somebody else's music, you biting, you're not original, you whack, you need somebody else to write shit for you to come off. So I didn't want to be bothered with that. You fucking up my whole vibe. I didn't want to be down with Wild Pitch no more at all. And there was nothing he could say. I mean, maybe if he told me $1 million, I might have did it. Other than that, and I knew he didn't have that, so, you know what I mean? And that was really the end of the relationship at that meeting. It wasn't official yet. It wasn't official for maybe another year before Stufan actually, wrote the release, handed me the release. I signed it. Boom, I'm done. I'm off Wild Pitch. But now at this point,
okay, what you working on now?
Well, right now, man, I do what I feel like doing. I got a little project that me and 45 King just did for some guy overseas. He wanted some old school sound and stuff. He didn't get that. He got some new sound and stuff because it's it's almost 2018, and that's what I sound like now. So yeah, man, I just make moves as I see fit. I got a little project I'm working on with some people over at Sony Orchard, and we're gonna put some new stuff out.
Okay.
Why not? I'm still here. I just heard a man, I think his name is Lloyd Price. He's 84 years old. He just put out a new record. Lloyd Price was huge. He was down with Little Richard back in the day. This is completely different genre. Lloyd Price is just a huge music. If you Google that name, he did a lot. So and he can still go. Why would I quit?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I got some new stuff I'm working on. That's what it is.
Well, just let us know.
Yeah.
But last question.
Yeah.
What's your opinion of Paris? Since you're a lyrical terrorist, what's your opinion of Paris?
MC?
Yes.
Paris is my name, but honestly, Paris is dope. Now, I there was a lot of comparisons about Rakim and him because he sounded like Rakim. But it's like what I was telling you before about
he sound like him to you?
No doubt. No doubt. They got the same flow, and their voices are somewhat similar. But that's just his voice sounds like that. But the bars are different. Paris rhymes about what he rhymes about. You know what I mean? Rakim rhymes about what the God rhymes about. So, I liked all the stuff. I liked it. It wasn't like, oh my God, this nigga's whack. He sound like Rakim. I didn't feel like that. When you write rhymes, you kind of appreciate the next dude. You know what he got to do to get what he got. You know what I mean? Right. So, yeah, Paris is cool. No problem. I really got no problem with nobody who I could tell they put some effort into their craft. Right. You know what I mean? Some of these new dudes, though, you didn't put no effort into it. Right. You just went in and got in front of the mic and you figured you could say whatever. And no, Lil Yachty, no, that's not dope. Right. I'm not feeling that. Sorry. I could have did that when I was 5. Right. You know what I mean? This is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. But hey, they gave him the money, they let him get paid. Better he should be doing that than going to jail and selling dope. So, okay, whatever. I mean, and that's how I feel about it.
Okay. Yeah, hurt the culture of hip hop by
him being whack? Nah, hip hop is strong enough to handle him. He can be there.
Okay.
He's there because, like I said, you got all these other cats that's doing it for the
doing
other
other
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Thanks for watching Yadamean Magazine. Remember, the compliments come from confidence, so make sure that you're uplifting someone every day with your positive wordplay.